us to head to Starbucks and get this coffee with cream going. Let's go.
Get it.
Okay guys, I am back. Well, we're back, and I just want to, I guess, you want me to just introduce the topic? So, Jess is still here. Tita's still here. So, the first topic that we're going to discuss over coffee, we just decided to talk about fake women empowerment and the devastation that it has on women's movement and women entrepreneurs and our community. So we're gonna get right into it, but let me just set this camera up so it's not just on me, because it's not about me, it's about me and the other women that I empower and the other women that empower me. So I'll be right back. Anyway, about this fake women empowerment, first of all, this isn't fake. This is real. Okay, this is a sisterhood right here. No, it's just something that I've noticed, not recently, but I've just noticed, period, that there's a lot of women who know that they can get a lot of people on board if they say, oh, we're gonna have a women's brunch, or oh, we're gonna have a women's dinner, you know, and they put together these events that are needed, but the empowerment is just not real.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you made a point off camera where you were just tell everybody what you were saying about people sharing posts and different things like that.
People think, like, a lot of women, especially younger women I've noticed, think that women's empowerment is just reposting and sharing photos of celebrities that they admire. Mm-hmm. When in reality, there's a lot of women in your real life that you come into contact with every day that you're neglecting and you're failing to support.
Absolutely.
And I feel like that's something that happens a lot, and it can be detrimental, I think, not only to like sisterhood, but also to your own self-esteem, because the only people that you're admiring, the only people that you're like fake surrounding yourself with are like celebrities, you know what I'm saying, that are always glammed up, and now you're starting to feel inadequate because you don't have that sisterhood. When you're like starting to slack, or you're starting to lack, or you're feeling down on yourself, your sisters tell you, no, you're doing good, like, you feel me, like, what do you need, like, we got you, like, and that's the type of environment that we need to be creating.
Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of people think that when they see another woman, and I'm not saying this is wrong, because I do it too. If I see a woman and she pulls up next to me and her car is bad, her face is beat, I'm like, yes, sis, you better do it.
Right.
We deserve that. You deserve that because you worked hard for that. But I don't want us to think that that's the only time that we have to praise each other.
Right.
Because you bought a new bag, or you got your face beat, or you know, you're driving the latest whatever, because not everyone wants that.
Right.
And that doesn't make them any less successful than someone else.
Right.
And I just feel like as women, we need to stop holding each other to the standards that are being given to us, that some people may not wish to attain, and making them feel like if you don't attain these standards, then you're not successful.
Right.
It's almost like we are doing the same thing to each other that men do to us when it comes to how we should present ourselves to the world, how sexual you are, how sexually are you pleasing to men, like blah, 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 blah. Like at the end of the day, everyone's version of sexy is different. You know what I mean? Everyone's version of beautiful is different. And no one should be held to the standard of someone else's pleasure if it doesn't make you feel good about yourself. Now, if you feel good about these things and you're okay with it, do it. That's what I tell everybody. How does it make you feel? Do you feel good about it? Is this something that you genuinely want to do deep down inside? If so, do it. If it makes you feel less than, don't do it.
And that's important, I think, because like having that clarity, and just like having that self-recognition, that self-awareness, and that creates an atmosphere for self-love. And then once you have that, then you're able to empower other people. But I feel like a lot of the reason that women aren't even in a position to be able to empower other women is because they don't feel good about themselves.
Exactly.
And until you feel good about yourself, it's really hard to be happy for someone else. And it's like, it doesn't make you a bad person if you're finding that you're jealous and you're envious. Doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person. It just means that you have some things to work on internally, so that you don't feel that way when you see another woman shining. Like, you shouldn't feel away. Like, if you do feel a way about seeing somebody else shining, that means you have some work to do on yourself.
Absolutely.
That's not normal. That's
and
not
I
a
think
normal
that's
feeling.
where the fake women empowerment comes from, because I think that, I know that women know we're supposed to empower each other. We're supposed to have this sisterhood. And because you know that it's something that you're supposed to do, I think some people just do it because they know that's what they're supposed to do.
Right.
But deep down inside, the reason it comes off as fake is because they haven't necessarily found themselves enough to love themselves to where they can give love back. It's
Right.
like they're going through the motions. It's like, well, I know if I want to be popular, or I know if I want my brand to be big, I have to do something to get the women on board because women are going to shop. Women are going to buy my product. So in order for me to get other women on board with me, I have to do this women empowerment movement. But if you aren't genuine about it, then it's going to show. And it goes back to what Jess said. If you don't love yourself, you can't love somebody else. So I don't care how many women empowerment events you have. I don't care how many women empowerment movements you have. If you haven't loved yourself first before you try to empower, if I don't love me, I can't empower you. If I don't love me, I can't empower you genuinely.
Right.
I can say all these words and post all these affirmations and all these positive posts on social media, but if I'm not applying that into my own life, it will eventually show.
Facts.
And then that's when it comes off
Major
as
contradiction.
Exactly, because I can't empower you if I'm not empowered. I can't empower you if I don't like myself, because how can I empower you to be beyond where I am? Because if I don't love myself, I don't want to see you be bigger than me.
Right.
I'm pretending like I do, but deep down inside I don't.
Right. And I think that's where like people try to fake it until they make it, and they never really understand. Like they're so busy masking the feelings that they never try to actually deal with the feelings. Why am I feeling like this? Why, when I see my sister shining, am I not happy about it? Why don't I feel like that's my win?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people, like, they get into this idea or this habit of faking it, that they forget that that's something that they can actually work on and get better at.
Absolutely, absolutely. It goes back to what you just said. When you can't understand why you're not happy about your sister winning, that's when you have to just take a look within and say, what's going on?
Yeah, self-love really does start within. It really does.
We've been talking, Tita. You want to... I don't want them to think
I
that
know.
I don't want them to
We
think
don't let
that.
you get a word in.
Because, you know, Jess and I will talk.
Right.
Well, I mean, I was thinking about what you were saying about, people being fake about it, and they're looking up to these celebrities, they're posting things just for celebrities, but actually, your real life woman heroes are around you.
Right.
And it doesn't take too much to, share someone else's post or shine a light on them real quick. I mean, for me, the plate is big enough for everybody to eat off of. So I'm not taking away anything off of my plate to say, hey, this designer I know makes the most wonderful clothes and they're perfect fitting. Go ahead and, talk to this one. Or, shine a light on somebody that's doing, a boss ambassador or something of that sort.
Right.
Somebody that's selling their own hair line. These are everyday heroes. They may not be your Fortune 500, but this person is still busting their butt on a 9 to 5 and then coming home doing their business, and also being the cooker, the baker, the candlestick maker, the wife, the cleaner, the everything in between. So we need to shine a spotlight on these people, because even though she's just an everyday person, she's somebody's warrior hero.
Absolutely. And I want to piggyback off what you said about sharing other people's businesses. I think that people don't realize that when you don't love yourself and when you don't want to see people shine, you will go as far as trying to block someone else's blessings that's not even the same field as you. Like, what do I look like blocking your... I don't make cupcakes. I don't bake pies. I don't make cake. I don't do what you do. So it's like, what
That's
do I look like
destructive
trying to
behavior.
block your blessings when we're not even in the same industry? Like that, and I've seen it before. It's like we don't even do the same thing, sis. Why are you? What is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? Like, you can't. If someone's looking for a brand ambassador, someone's looking for whatever it is that I do, someone needs an interview, someone wants airplay on the station, someone wants PR, but you bake cakes or you cook, and you're like, nah, I'm not gonna sell my cream. For what? It has nothing to do with you. How is me winning in my industry stepping on your toe when we're in two different industries?
Right.
But also, we also have to understand that a win for me is a win for you, because if you give me a hand, then I'm going to remember that, and I'm going to turn around and say, if someone mentions something, oh, I remember Tita bakes cakes, cookies, whatever she does, she's everything. She's the baking diva.
Right.
So I remember that. So you just gave me a new client. Maybe my new client has an event coming up. So now I'm going to pay it forward and come back and get you and say, you know what, sis, remember that person you introduced me to? They have an event coming up. We need you. Can you bake this, and this?
And you know what? That has actually happened to me. A word of mouth business travels so fast. I mean, you can post stuff on social media. You can pass out flyers to your booty face. Sorry. Not sorry. But that word of mouth travels like wildfire.
Guerrilla marketing.
Yeah, because people trust people more than they trust a post. If someone tells me to my face, Tita's cupcakes, Tita's cakes are the bomb, they're like, I mean, why would she lie to me?
Right, you're not getting paid for this advertisement.
Exactly,
You're not documented, right?
I mean, facts. I have literally done an event, and before I rolled out the driveway, got a phone call like, hey, you just did an event for such and such, and I want you. Oh, I ain't even got off the driveway yet.
Right.
Absolutely, I'd love to.
Exactly. There's enough money printed that they will not run out if I become a millionaire. And people have to understand that the bank isn't even holding that much money. It's in the computer. It's just digital. Okay? So if I make $1 million, it doesn't mean that there's not enough millions out there for you guys to make. We can make millions together. It's like Jay-Z said, I want everyone around me to be rich because I'm tired of doing stuff by myself.
Exactly.
Right.
You
You know
know
what I
win
mean?
for
And
me
then
is like a win for the whole team.
Right.
Like I always said, and to all of my teammates and all of my team members and my cake coalitions and divas, y'all know who y'all are. I love y'all. I've always said, you know, whenever it happens, because it will happen. I'm putting that in the air. It will happen.
It will, and I'm going to co-sign that.
It will. When it does happen, my whole team is going to win. Everybody from the bottom to the top. You started with me, you're going to finish with me. You started on the finish line, you are going to finish with me. Period. Poo.
Period.
Right. And to go back to something that you said when you were like, we're not even in the same industry, like it doesn't take away anything. Like even when you are in the same industry, I feel like a lot of people have like this idea that like we're immediately competitors and that means that we can never collaborate. Like there's a girl in my city
I can't have all the clients.
No, facts.
Because then I won't do I can't have all the customers or clients because I won't do my customers and clients justice. Let me cut you off. But it's like, Tita's gonna have way too many cakes that she could bake to get the quality and the due dates and the deadlines. I can't meet all the deadlines in the world. I'm going to have to introduce people to other people and say, hey, I don't have room, I don't have time to service you, but I know this dope ass chick, her name's Jess. I'm gonna introduce you to her. If you like me, I know you'll like her, and I'll see if she has space on her, you know, on her calendar.
My God, you are in my head because these are the things that have just happened over the last 2 days. I'm like, seriously, I don't have it on my schedule to do it. But I know this wonderful other baker, and if you like me, you're going to love her, I'm telling you. And literally
it comes back to you, though. It comes back to you.
And that's real women empowerment.
Yes.
That's real women empowerment. There's another girl in my city who makes logos, and it's like she charges a quarter of my price, you know, and whatever.
Everybody's free to charge what they want to charge. That's what I say.
Right. And like whenever someone comes to me and I don't have time for a logo, I'll send them to her. Like whenever she posts something like with a price list or like her services, I'll share. And I noticed that the first time that I did that, like there was tension that I didn't know there was tension. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there was like a spirit of competition there that I didn't realize until I shared her post, and then I saw that open up a whole nother like world, and then she was sharing my posts, and now we're interacting, but we've been friends, you know what I mean? Now we're interacting, and I'm just like, sometimes people think that you're automatically competitors because you're in the same market, and it just takes you to be like, to take that first step and be like, oh no sis, like that's not what I'm about. I'm about collaboration.
Sis, we are graphic design sisters, okay? I don't want all the, listen, please trust and believe, I don't want all the clients. I know that people are like, cream never sleeps, because I don't. But the little bit of sleep that I do get, I am appreciative of it and I need it. So I don't want all the clients. Okay? I do not want all the clients. I just need other people to step up their game so I can have someone to refer them to.
Right.
That's another conversation.
Right. And it, like, you just gotta have a good spirit about you, and like when you're like genuine, you can feel it.
You
When you
can.
have that spirit of women's empowerment, you can feel it, and then it feels better for me to refer you. It feels better like on me, like, no, this is a good person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like at the end of the day, I can be the feminist that I am. You feel me? I can believe in women's empowerment as much as I do. I still don't want to refer somebody with a mean spirit.
No.
I'm not going to
Listen.
send somebody to you, and that's ruins my reputation.
Women empowerment doesn't mean women enablement. I'm not about to
Ooh,
enable
I like that.
you.
Snaps.
You know, empowerment doesn't equal enabling. Not doing that, sis. So you either are worthy of my referral or you're not.
Right.
I care less.
Yeah.
I don't care how much empowerment I'm all about. I don't care how much I'm all about the feminist movement. If you aren't worthy, sis, you're not worthy.
Right.
And
Step your game up. Ask me how.
And how can I be your sis if I'm not gonna check you when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing? Just like
right.
Tina said today, she's
Right.
like,
This
"Cream, I
starts
came
with
on
you.
time because I didn't want you to be mad at me."
Look, here I am late.
No,
was booming.
you still respected me enough to say, "Hey, I didn't realize that the new location was 20 minutes further than the other location."
Right.
You didn't just show up late, so
Right.
that to me still counts as just being respectful and cognizant of my time. And that's all I'm saying is that when you are that, there's a difference between being mean and being nasty and having people afraid of you just because you're mean and nasty, but actually just being someone who's about their business and respect people enough to where they respect you too, to where they have, I call it respectful fear. Like I respect people. It's like your parents.
Reverence.
Yes, it's like your parents. It's like you fear your parents, but depending on what type of parents you have, it's like you fear your parents enough to not say things disrespectfully to them because that's your dad, that's your mom, that's your grandparents. You know, that's someone that you look up to, and you respect them enough to where I'm not about to do that. And it's not. People say, "Oh, you just did right," and no, that's respect.
Right.
And I would hope that they would reciprocate that to me. Like I give the respect that I would reciprocate it to me.
Right.
But you
still
also have to deserve that.
Oh, me.
Exactly.
Me either. And if I do, I'll be like, "Is she here?"
Yes.
Woo!
And that's what I said. It's like
and it's
you.
not like I think she's gonna whoop me. You feel me? I know better.
But
My
it's
mama will
that
respect.
respect. Like I said, it's that respectful fear. It's like,
Right.
like I'm too scared to this year.
Right.
It's like, you know, those memes where they show when you're watching a movie with your parents and that little bitty sex scene comes on.
Right.
And it could be 10 seconds, but I swear it seems like it's 2 hours long.
I swear.
You're like, and you look at your mom like, I had no idea this was in here. I had no idea this was in here. What?
Kill me with the movies these days. But
What is going on in these 2020 streets?
you can watch it back by yourself like,
And then when you watch it by yourself, it's like literally a kiss, and then it's the next scene.
Okay.
When you're with your mom, she on grind. You like, wait,
Uh-huh.
who added these scenes in here?
Like, Mama, I swear I didn't know it was in there.
Exactly. But anyway, guys, this has been Coffee with Cream, Tita, and Jess. Stay tuned to see what we got coming up next. We gotta
Let's
go.
do a cheers.
Let's do a cheers.